What's up, everyone?
Happy Sunday. I appreciate you for being here and taking the time to tap in. We'll be discussing what's going on at Boot Up Studios, what we're learning as we build, and how we're thinking about positioning ourselves in a moment where things feel uncertain for a lot of people. One of the most important strategic decisions we've been making at Boot Up Studios is being very intentional about how we use B2B work to sustain the business while we launch our B2C business this Monday. B2B isn't easier, right? It's just different. It moves more slowly, involves more stakeholders, and requires much more clarity around incentives and decision making. But when you approach it thoughtfully, it creates stability. That stability gives you room to keep building without rushing decisions on the consumer side. Right now, we're in active conversations with one of the largest universities in the country about piloting our software, and the process itself has been incredibly valuable. For the founders navigating B2B sales, never forget that institutions don't buy software. People inside institutions do. Progress depends on understanding who actually feels the problem, who has influence, who carries risk, and who controls budget. Once you understand those dynamics, you're able to guide conversations in a way that lead to conversions. Even before this pilot opportunity is finalized, the feedback we've received has already helped us improve the product and sharpen how we explain what we do. Sales, when done well, is product discovery in disguise. With the launch of our BDC business on Monday, we've made significant updates to our landing page. For all aspiring online entrepreneurs out there, your landing page is one of the most important conversion assets in your entire business. Mm. It's the packaging if you're a consumer brand. It's the storefront if you're retail. It's the moment where someone decides whether they trust you, understand you, and want to keep going. In many cases, it's the only chance you get. Our recently refreshed landing page drew inspiration from Block, the business behind Square and Cash App. This company has been a huge source of personal inspiration for me for a litany of reasons. What's compelling about Block isn't just the tools they build, it's the values behind them: financial inclusion, economic empowerment, giving everyday people access to technology that helps them move their businesses forward. That's the direction we're leaning into. When someone lands on our page, we want it to be immediately clear who this is for, what problem we're solving, and why it matters. If your landing page doesn't do that, you're losing people before they ever experience the value of what you've built. A great product can't win if no one makes it through the front door. I want to zoom out for a moment and talk about the labor market, because I don't think enough people are being honest about what's happening. The first quarter is going to be rough. Layoffs are already underway, and I expect them to continue. But the more challenging part isn't just the layoffs, it's the lack of new roles opening up afterward. Businesses aren't just cutting, they're freezing. Teams are being asked to do more with fewer people, and that creates a long stretch where opportunities feel scarce and competition becomes intense. I've talked to multiple hiring managers who require their teams to submit written reports as to why they need physical headcount and can't use some combination of AI tools to accomplish the work more cost effectively. At the same time, you're seeing a surge of interest in AI agents, and that's not a coincidence. Businesses are under pressure to increase output without increasing headcount. Agents offer a way to automate work that used to require people. One of the things we're most excited about at Boot Up Studios is giving individuals the ability to build and use their own agents to grow their businesses. You don't need to know how to code. You don't need a technical background. These are tools designed to be accessible. They can help with research, content, outreach, planning, and execution. They create leverage. Starting next week, I'll be sharing tutorials showing how I personally use some of these agents inside Boot Up Studios to grow the business. No theory, just real examples. Building a business is an iterative process. Nothing moves unless you move it. Momentum only comes from action, not planning. You try something, you learn, you adjust. Speed matters because learning compounds. The goal isn't to be right, it's to learn as quickly as possible what works. Yeah, every conversation and every experiment gives you information if you're paying attention. The market is constantly giving feedback. If you're leading a business, especially in the early stages, your job isn't to look polished. Your job is to do whatever it takes to get the business off the ground. That means making mistakes. It means trying things publicly. It means changing direction when the data tells you to. You can't build something meaningful if you're afraid of looking imperfect. I want to close by talking about visibility and building distribution, because this is often misunderstood. Visibility isn't about attention for its own sake. Visibility creates leverage, and leverage creates options. When you build visibility through thought leadership, you're demonstrating subject matter expertise. You're showing how you think and how you solve problems. When you consistently put those ideas in front of the people you want to serve, you build familiarity. Over time, that familiarity turns into credibility, Credibility opens doors. It leads to customers, partnerships, and opportunities that don't happen when you stay quiet. In a market like this, visibility becomes a form of insurance. It gives you options when traditional paths become less reliable. Building in public doesn't mean oversharing. You can share lessons, frameworks, and insights without crossing boundaries. With tools like AI avatars from Synthesia and business pages, it's easier than ever to stay consistent without being online all day. You can be intentional and still present. If I leave you with anything today, it's this: take action. Pay attention to what the market is telling you, and don't wait for permission or perfection to tell your story.